Week 4 is here, and I do have your must starts of the week as well as people that you must sit. Let's leave them on your bench. So let's lock in your lineup. Yo, what's good? Welcome to the playlist. Thank you for kicking it. I'm Jimzy, and this is Fantasy on Repeat. And like I said, we are gonna drop down our must starts and our must sits for the week 4. So first off, our must start running back, we got Omarion Hampton at the Giants. Because if you're looking for a guy with a safe floor with such breakout upside, Hampton is your dude. He's your guy. Because this game is going to be a full mystery, right? We don't know if Jackson Dart's going to be good. A lot of people are still doubting this whole Chargers team as a whole. So this, like I said, it can be a sneaky shootout. So either way that this game goes, if it's going to be a pass heavy game or a run heavy game, it's going to be Omarion Hampton as the centerpiece. They're going to continue to let him bloom. He had like, this is the highest snapshot that he's had. He already showed us last week that he can break out. And so maybe he just had to, shake off the cobwebs. But now if he's here and he's comfortable running in the league, this can be monstrous. So he's logged in about 42 rush attempts in 3 games. That's about 14 a game. And what's pretty cool with that is I mentioned Josh Jacobs is getting about 15 a game, right? And if this continues, he's only going to be behind Jonathan Taylor, Saquon Barkley, and then Josh Jacobs. So currently he's right now at a 3.4 yards per carry. He's got 11 total targets and caught 6 of the 7 passes last week. He got 3 goal line carries already. So you know that the touchdown ceiling is going to be high. He's going to get the rushing yardage. He's going to get the receiving work. And he has the potential to score you a touchdown. So he's just going to be a must start from here on out. And the Giants, they allow 122 rushing yards per game. It's just a favorable matchup, right? You can trust the touches that he's going to get. He's going to get the work in the running game and the passing game. He's just a must start. All right. The floor is set now. Let's jump into a wide receiver that's going to reclaim his wide receiver 1 status. And that's going to be Zay Flowers against the Chiefs. This feels like a classic clash of the AFC. We got 2 former MVPs, big spotlight, and they both have ugly games where they're not winning with confidence. They're getting broken and they're like, what do we need to fix? We're going to go back to old school, and then this is going to feel just like a complete classic game of football. It's going to be fun. And yeah, even with the ugly games, though, he's still commanding volume. He's had 23 targets. He's the team leader. He has 257 receiving yards, and that's 120 more than the next receiver, which is DeAndre Hopkins, right? He's right now getting 11.2 yards per target, and the Chiefs allowed the 3rd most receptions to wide receivers. So week 3 was completely quiet, but expect a wide receiver 1 rebound coming in soon. And now that Flowers is locked in, let's talk about Dak's safety blanket at tight end. We're talking about Jake Ferguson, man. He was my sneaky sleepers last week, and now I'm throwing him to my must start. Everything I said, he was gonna get peppered with targets, and dude, he got peppered for sure. Because Ferguson is Dak's go-to, his safety valve, his safety blanket, and those red zone targets are about to pay off. Because last game, Ferguson caught 13 of 14 targets. That's tight end number 1 with no touchdowns. No touchdowns. You gotta think about that. He's got 5 red zone targets and 0 touchdowns so far. The upside is just massive because he's gonna get pepper with targets. He's going to get the yard. He's averaging about 60 yards a game. Plus the potential of adding those touchdowns that he has not even gotten yet. That's amazing because it's rare to find a tight end that's going to give you a floor of 15 to 20 points, while majority of tight ends are struggling just to get 10. With CeeDee Lamb banged up, Dak is going to lean on him heavily. Like I said, safety blanket. He turned into a sleeper, and he put the league on notice. Now he's a must start. Now we're finishing up the must starts. We're going to talk about our QB leading the league in passing yards, and that's going to be Justin Herbert. Again, I'm picking 2 players from the same team, but I feel like Justin Herbert has arrived. He's here to go. He's ready for his MVP season. Because look at Herbert is heating up, and the Giants are about to get lit. He's the current league leader at 860 passing yards. He's averaging 37 pass attempts per game, and he has 6 touchdowns in 3 games. Right? And the Giants have already allowed 7 passing touchdowns with 250 passing yards per game. Now that Hampton is also emerging in this backfield, this offense is just balanced and the ceiling stays sky high for Justin Herbert. MVP season run, he's confident, he has his weapons, and their game plan is working. they're not going to shy away from this. They're going to be who they are. They are the Los Angeles Chargers, and they came to play this year. Those are my must starts. Now let's protect your lineup from some risky plays. My next must sit is going to be Javonte Williams versus the Packers, because the biggest red flag for me is that his snap share is just sliding. It's just diminishing. Sanders came in eating into his workload, and then you saw a 20% dip in his usage. So that's a red flag again for Javonte Williams. And I feel that if this game goes south even quicker against the Packers, that they're going to just utilize Miles Sanders a little bit more, or just use him as a split. Yes, he's been doing great, but even if it feels like Javonte Williams could get phased out of this game, and then it's going to have to lean on Miles Sanders in the passing game just to keep up with the Packers. My next is going to be Jamar Chase at the Broncos, because talent doesn't equal production, because Chase is just a sit this week. Currently, he's at 25 targets. That's about 8 per game, but just 156 yards only, and only at 6.2 yards per target. He's the type of player that you need to let the play develop more, and he's going to use his best asset, and that's finding holes in the defense. And Browning is just not giving him those opportunities. So it's very hard for Jamar Chase to shine currently. I just don't expect that the Bengals are going to have a get-right game against the Broncos at home. Moving on, we got a tight end whose usage is just too inconsistent to trust, and that's going to be tight end Sam Laporta against the Browns. And Laporta is a hard fade in week 4. Yes, he's on the field 85 to 90% of the snap share, but the volume just isn't there. He's only about getting 5 to 6 targets per game. He trails in the pecking order behind Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams, Jamar Gibbs. Like, he's way down at the totem pole. He's kind of just feeling too TD dependent. It almost giving him no red zone usage at all. So the ceiling is low and the floor is even lower. Better to stream another option this week. And finally, we got a QB with a brutal matchup, and that's going back. That's going back to what we were just talking about. We got Jared Goff against the Browns as well. But Goff against Cleveland, that's just risk city. The Browns allowed 56 completions, lowest in the league, and they're only allowing 5.9 yards per attempt allowed. They're a top 5 pass rush, and Goff isn't mobile, high interceptions, and just fumble risk. So you don't want that in your lineup. We have a bonus round here as well. We got some honorable mentions, some must starts. Running back, we got J.K. Dobbins against the Bengals. He's getting 15 touches a game plus touchdown upside, especially a soft Bengals defense right now. And then wide receiver, we got Roma Dunze at the Raiders. It's 6+ targets a game plus 8 yards per target right now. It's starting to shine, and we're starting to appreciate the Bears a little bit more. The Bears, man. Tight end, my must start, another bonus round tight end. We got for tight end, we got Trey McBride versus Seahawks. He's 4 red zone targets already. Last year we had to experience the waiting forever touchdown with McBride, but it's gonna come. And another going back to another bonus round QB, Jordan Love at the Cowboys, 30 pass attempts a game, and he already has 6 touchdowns. Jordan Love is ready for some revenge. He's ready to be that guy again. He needs to. This is their get right game, right? They just lost to the Browns. It's a get right game, and it's gonna be David versus Goliath. We'll see. Must sit our running back Travis Etienne against the 49ers. He's only at a 2.9 yards per carry against the Niners. Another must sit wide receiver is going to be Brian Thomas Jr. also against the 49ers. He's a 5.8 yard per target versus elite cornerbacks. Tight end Harold Fannin at the Lions. He's only getting 2.3 targets a game. It's split work between him and David Njoku. It's just low end red zone work right now. Maybe later down the season he might start popping off again. My last honorable mention must sit quarterback is gonna be Jackson Dart against the Chargers. It's a rookie going up against a defense only allowing just 3.1 yards per attempt. I don't know, man. He might get swallowed up. So these are your must starts and your must sits for week 4. But wait, it gets better. Next up, we're gonna drop my sneaky sleepers of the week that you don't want to sleep on. These are players who can just turn up in your lineup from average to unstoppable. So that's it. Thank you for kicking it. I appreciate you. So if you like this breakdown, give me a like, comment, subscribe, hit me up. Let's grow. Let's chop it up about these players. Let's chop it up about fantasy football. Let's get these W's. And good luck and have fun going to week 4. I'm going to keep going on. And like I said, we're going to drop the sneaky sleepers next. So, yeah.